Ugh, okay, this one was a struggle. A few months ago, I saw this video on YouTube about how to make an auto-generated maze in Minecraft. That video breaks it down really well. I won't explain it in this video, so if you want to learn that, go check out that video. It's great. More recently, I made a function for a slide puzzle game and thought, hey, that method looks sort of familiar. I bet I could easily adapt my function and make an auto-generated maze in GameMaker, and I don't know. I don't know if adapting the code was the right move. It ended up a little hard to read and even harder to explain, and the code is just so similar in parts that it took more than a few runs, and even then, in this one, I wasted about 5 minutes freaking out over an error that was right in front of me. So I've also shared my notes in the description, so hopefully this won't be a nightmare for you too. Okay, here it is. This is how to make an auto-generated maze in GameMaker. Okay, here we go. We're going to open up GameMaker, select new, game, blank game, give it a project name, and I will start the time as soon as I click let's go. First thing, let's come into our room, change the size to 850 by 1000. Let's come in here to the background, change the color, make it like a dark gray. Open up, come in here, find our room. Let's come back to instances and just change the grid. I don't like looking at grids that are the incorrect size. Okay, we will need a few sprites for this. So, let's see, this is sprite square. This will be 50 by 50. Then we just need to edit this. Come in here, I'm gonna copy, paste out 3 frames, make this one a lighter gray, make this one black, and make this one red. And then we also need a player sprite. And this will be 30 by 30. We'll make this a blue. Okay, and that's all we need for that. For objects, we're going to need a controller object, as usual. I'm also going to make an object path right here and give it, sprite square. Then we're going to come in here and let's start with some globals, huh? Why not? A flag. What is this? Okay. iRandom 7 times 100. That's just to randomly, in fact, also here we're going to put in randomize. Okay. So yeah, we're going to start that object path randomly. You get it. Gonna make an object border, give it sprite square, make it solid, and then come in here to the step. Just give it like a little bit of a fade in, a very small fade in. Next, let's make our object player. Give him the player sprite. Very small create and a step. Oh.
Just copy and paste this. Change everything from X to Y. Except this here, we need to get rid of that completely. Y minus equals, Y plus equals, Y is less than room height minus sprite height. Doesn't matter, they're square, but might as well. If Y less than 0, so I'll make sure to zoom in for the next one, but this is all pretty standard stuff. Just, movement X, Y, according to global. We're going to click solid for this too. And so we're going to add a collision event with object border. We don't actually need to write anything in here. Just having that will allow those objects to, not be able to move into each other. Okay, on to the big thing. So let's make sure I'm in here a readable amount. Next we have an enum. I don't think I end up using these. I think I just hard-coded it at the end because I was, a little confused when I was in testing for this. When I was practicing for this. But that's here if you ever want to change. If you ever want to change the size. So we're trying to set only the first instance to master because that's all we want to work with this enum. So yeah. Also, here's I never end up using that. It's like a holdover, that ender. But I'm scared to remove it, so it stays in. We're going to record every position that we make with the auto-generated maze. And we're going to save that in an array so that we can backtrack. And we're going to write our own function, and this is where I mess up a lot, so I'm going to make sure to be very careful. Okay, here we go. So we record 2 positions in to see if we can lay down a path. So we just record those here with these variables. We make sure that they're not there, right? temporary X and temporary Y. So we create like a multi-dimensional array storing the X and Y temporary values so that we can return those. And then within here, oh. And this is just to goose it a little bit so that if it's moving in that direction, it keeps moving in the direction. Okay, so right is plus. Just want to be extra careful here. Plus. Okay. Now to be very careful again, we've got up here, so actually this is all minus, right? Minus Y minus greater than or equal to 0. Okay, let's go through and just... So next 2, if next and next 2 is no one, temporary X equals X, temporary Y minus sprite width times 2. If ty does not equal py and ty is greater than or equal to 0, then we can push. And we don't do this at all here. But I'm going to save it for now just because we're going to copy and paste this. Yeah. Let's just check this again. So y sprite height, x, y minus sprite width times 2, ty, py, dy. Okay. Yeah, this is not my first time running this, so hopefully this time. I don't even want to admit how many times it's been. Okay, and then we just remove this because we don't want to goose it going up. We want it to go as many other directions as possible. That way it doesn't just accidentally go straight up. And we're actually going to goose down one more time. Hey, goose down. That's fun. Okay. Yep. Just want to check. So in here, it adds it to the temporary array. Now we just escape and return. Okay. Yeah, and then just check the temp bar and return one of those temporary X and Y positions. Cool. Just one more giant thing to go. And I think we should be good. Hopefully, if it doesn't fail again. So we're going to do one of those switch case things, but we're doing it inside of a flag. Just get this over a little bit. Here we use that function. This is that escape that we set. And then we have to backtrack, right? So yeah, pick a random neighbor and then set. I remember first we set, then move. And then remember, neighbors are stored in a two-dimensional array. So 0 is X and 1 is Y. Yeah, okay. This is just saying, depending on if you are we checked 2 positions, we make one in the second position. And that's this, and then we make one in that in-between position, right? And so we'll use the sign to check, okay, well, where is it from the original? And like, is that negative, positive, spawned in between? Okay. And this is just like a fancy little bit of code that says store a new previous X and previous Y in this position array so that we can go backwards when we're ready. Do I not have a break in here? Huh, okay. Normally I do that right away. Okay, let's just hurry this up. This will return the last one. It will also remove it. That's what array pop does. It takes the last element in an array, and then we can store that in a variable, and then move backwards, while making sure to store previous X as the one that was before it. So when we're all done, this may seem like overkill, but then after... Okay, for var I 340, I plus plus. Okay, a little crowded in there. We're going to count every position in our grid, and if a path is not there, then we're going to replace it with a border. We don't need an else. This, copy and paste that for where to make it. What did I do? Okay, and then after all this, rows plus plus. This actually happens here. Just keep it going. Always the home stretch. Okay. This really belongs somewhere more in the middle. But okay. This times 100. Up. And then tile.x plus sprite. We're going to make an end tile, just make it too wide so that it makes sure to touch at least one of the other sides. We're so close. Well, that's not right. I don't think I need to do any of that. Let's see. Finally, after all this. Where? Yes. Semicolon. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. And nothing happens. Ah, no object controller in the room. Very important step. Okay. I was going to say, like, something should happen. And still nothing happens. Wild. Okay, come on. Object controller in the room. Just a blank screen. We have our sprites. We have our objects. Where do you spawn? iRandom 7 plus 1 times 100 room height. Let's just... Can we test this? Oh, what? What? I see I did the image alpha wrong. Okay, okay. Wow, I almost lost it there, but this is something that's maybe fixable. Let's see. If so, it's just kind of jumping all around randomly, and it seems to not be going up and down very well. So that's the first thing I'm going to check. So let's see. X minus sprite height, X minus var tx equals X. This is going up, going down. This is nothing because they're the same, but if ty is less than or equal to, yeah. Okay, so now there seems to be a problem moving down. So that looks like it's a problem here. Oh boy, let's see. Yeah. Less than, and then this doesn't have that. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Y plus sprite height. Y plus, yeah. Y minus, Y minus. Okay. Let's look at this one more time. I'm so at a loss for this one, and I just keep messing this up. I don't know. Okay. This shouldn't matter. Oh man, you're just seeing me break inside. Okay. It's specifically moving. It is like moving down, right? There's an issue with moving down. I don't see anything. X, Y, sprite height times 2. Y plus sprite height times 2 is... it's like it's not setting this spot right. Yes. It was that whole thing that was messed up. Oh, man. I can't believe. Okay. What's the error? Where it's building out, border R, I. Okay. If this is work, I'm going. If this works, I'm going with it. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay. So let's just beat it, and then I'll stop the time. Boy, I really shut down there in the middle. Yeah. Okay, finally, jeez. So I'm probably gonna fast forward that bit. It was all in this line right here. I had copied and pasted, but I didn't do this correctly. So this is neighbor 1. Okay, cool, awesome. That took longer than I expected, but it's done. So yeah. There you go. It draws it out. And of course, if you want, you can just... Yeah, this one's super easy. But they won't all be like that. And then, yeah, you could, change this to 0. And it would just take some time before the borders popped in. And you could use the loading icon that's on GitHub. So there you go. That way they kind of can't see how it's made. And yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of code. That was not my first take. I will make sure to throw the code up. Say you can just grab that if that's how you want to do it. But I hope you learned something. Hope this was at least a little bit entertaining watching me struggle through it. And yeah, hope to see you in the next one. I don't know how to end these. Bye.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and sub. And if you really want to show your support, please consider donating or becoming a member on Ko-Fi. Link in the description. You'll also get access to my content archive, including speedrun tutorials that didn't make the cut. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.